Hey guys, let's get more news from Miami Heat, but first, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave your like. NBA veteran Patrick Beverley names Miami Heat's Jimmy Butler on his all-dog team. Forward Jimmy Butler is not having his best statistical season on the Miami Heat, but his impact on the court remains felt. He is averaging 21 points on 46.4% shooting as one of their veteran leaders. Philadelphia 76ers guard Patrick Beverley recently named his all-dog team, which included Butler. "I like playoff Jimmy Butler too, feel me," Beverley said on the Pat Pev podcast with Roan. Expletive, animal. Prior to his list of names, Beverley defined a dog as "however this game go, I'm down to do whatever it takes, not even do whatever it takes, but like, ain't no pushover over here, and everybody on the court knows ain't no pushover, you're going to pick on me all game, you're going to call me up for screens so I can get the ISO. Nah, I'm applying pressure. You know what it is, you come through the lane, I'm bumping you, you're going to feel me out there no matter what. You're going to feel me out there." The rest of the fictional lineup included Joel Embiid, Draymond Green, Anthony Edwards, Giannis Antetokounmpo, and Alex Caruso. Beverley is known for his unselfish and aggressive playstyle, as he is often seen sticking up for his teammates. Miami's Bam Adebayo wants in on the NBA's list of elite big men. As Bam Adebayo entered the Chicago hotel lobby from the team bus, he had a conversation with himself about mind over matter. It was just after noon on game day, and a frigid opponent was waiting upstairs. "I'm trying to get my heart rate up," the Miami Heat All-Star Center told ESPN, nervously eyeing the elevator. "So when I do get there, it's not as much of a shocker." In June 2023, Adebayo left the floor at the end of Game 5 of the NBA Finals in Denver as blue, yellow, white and red confetti rained down on him and his defeated teammates. As the party started for the new NBA champion Nuggets, a bit of clarity struck him. He had battled a sore hamstring during the playoffs, then a right shoulder injury during the finals amidst a grueling struggle against the Nuggets' rugged star Nikola Jokic. Numerous teammates had been alongside him in the training room. Gabe Vincent had a bad ankle. Cody Zeller had a broken nose. Tyler Herro missed nearly the entire postseason with a broken hand. Kyle Lowry and Jimmy Butler were banged up. The Nuggets' injury report, meanwhile, was empty. As he was feeling frustration, exhaustion and acceptance, this detail blared in his head. "That's what really hit home when that buzzer went off," said Adebayo, whose Heat faced the Los Angeles Lakers on Wednesday, ESPN, 10 p.m. Eastern Time. "When you get to the finals, those are the two things that matter, who's going to make the least amount of mistakes and who's going to be the team that's less injured. I was like, damn, a lot of stuff is factored into why we lost." In a reality where a run back to the finals might mean long series against Eastern Conference giants such as Joel Embiid, Giannis Antetokounmpo, or Kristaps Porzingis, and perhaps all three, before a possible rematch with Jokic, Adebayo has found himself adopting a refined approach as he works through his 7th NBA season, one that is looking like it could be the best of his career. With that in mind, Adebayo got into a midday ice bath in the hotel after that morning shoot-around. He could have been having lunch, napping or doing anything else, but he's committed himself to doing more body maintenance this season because, he believes, all of it can matter. If an unpleasant 15 or 20-minute ice water plunge in November incrementally improves the chances of being healthier in April, May and June, Adebayo is invested in it. If he can get in 2 sessions of Pilates per week instead of 1, he's going to try. "One of the things I've learned, you have to take care of the little muscles," Adebayo said. "It's the little things that can matter. The big things do too." In late November, Heat coach Eric Spoelstra came to Adebayo to discuss the left hip injury that had been bothering him for more than a month. In the second week of the season, he fell hard on it during a game in Minnesota. Miami Heat to make huge trade before deadline? Miami Heat executives have always had a strong appetite for star players, and a knack for getting them too. According to recent reports, the most likely star player to land in Miami could be Donovan Mitchell. Here's what B/R's Zach Buckley had to say on the matter. The Heat have yet to pivot since losing this summer's Damian Lillard sweepstakes, but they could still be in the market for a high-end shot creator. Should the Cavs ever put Donovan Mitchell up for grabs, they may not find more young talent than Miami could potentially offer, assuming the Heat would be willing to part with all three of Tyler Herro, Jamie Jaquez Jr. and Nikola Jovic. Miami has previously shown interest in Mitchell, while the Cavs may very well put him up for trade considering his eventual departure from Cleveland is widely considered the worst-kept secret in the NBA. The question for the Heat is whether Mitchell is worth the players they would have to give up. He's a big name but has also developed a reputation for not being able to get the job done in the playoffs. However, Mitchell is averaging 27.9 points, 5.7 rebounds, and 5.7 assists over 24 games this season. Donovan Mitchell to the Knicks rumors will not die. Even though they should. New York made a bold move in recent days trading for OG Anunoby, a deal that could make them a more dangerous playoff team, but it is not bringing in the number one option this team ultimately needs. That has led to a lot of speculation about what the Knicks' next move might be, which at its core is speculation about who the next superstar to switch teams will be. This brings us back to Donovan Mitchell. He had long been rumored to be a Knicks target before Jazz president Danny Ainge surprised everyone and traded him to the Cavaliers. Mitchell is a New York guy and has not shied away from saying he'd love to play for a New York franchise someday. Mitchell did not sign an extension with the Cavaliers last summer, saying he could still do so this summer, but if that deal doesn't get done early in the offseason, with Mitchell able to be a free agent in the summer of 2025, then the Cavaliers have to consider a trade or risk losing him for nothing. All that has fed the insatiable NBA trade speculation beast. Would the Knicks try to trade for Mitchell now? No. Or at least not with any urgency, reports Mark Stein in his newsletter. More importantly, the Cavaliers are shooting down anyone calling about a Mitchell trade right now anyway. Initial indications are that the Knicks do not intend to mount an all-out pursuit of Donovan Mitchell. The Cleveland Cavaliers, for that matter, signaled to rival teams throughout December that they aren't prepared to entertain Mitchell overtures anyway. Here are a few quick thoughts. This is the right play by the Knicks. In some fantasy world where Mitchell becomes available at the deadline and the Knicks could trade for him with a lowball offer, sure, take a swing. In reality, none of that is going to happen. The Knicks need to trade for a true number one, a top 10 franchise cornerstone. Is Mitchell the guy New York needs? I'm not sold. Make no mistake, Mitchell is an elite scorer, 28 points and 5.7 assists a game this season, and unquestionably a top 15 or so player in the league, depending on your ranking. He could help any team. However, what New York wants an Embiid/Doncic/Antetokounmpo level player, and there isn't going to be one of those available at the trade deadline. Probably not next summer either. Knicks president Leon Rose has been patient this long. Is he suddenly going to abandon that to chase Mitchell? As noted by Stein, all reports say Cleveland isn't listening to Mitchell trade offers anyway, so this is more a thought exercise than an actual trade idea. Cleveland needs to ride out this season with this core, see how they do in the playoffs, then answer some hard questions next summer. Can Evan Mobley and Jarrett Allen play well enough next to each other to be the front line of a contender? Mobley will be extension eligible and he is an elite defender, but has his offensive game come around enough, or will it, to make him a true max player? Will Mitchell sign an extension? If he does, can he and Darius Garland form a championship-level backcourt? Do they play well enough off each other? Mitchell is just one cog in a much more complex set of questions Cleveland needs to ask itself, but it needs to see this team in the playoffs again this year to start to answer them. But Mitchell to the Knicks trade rumors will never die. And you fan, what do you think of the Donovan Mitchell situation? Leave your opinion in the comments.